54th and 55th.
But both of those places are like super close to your old apartments.
Yeah.
Facts.
I win.
That's true.
That's
Facts.
actually
Ding,
good.
ding.
But we've tried pizza all over this.
I've tried all the pizza.
Yeah, but
Actually,
if you were walking out
I
of
think
your
the
door,
moral of the story is if you travel to New York and you're like staying in a particular
You
area of
can't
the
go
city,
wrong.
Try-
don't take a cab or walk like 40 blocks to get a slice. But go like to the nearest spot, and
Yeah.
but if you're
Seriously?
near any of those places, then I'd say get that pizza.
And I think honestly, the more like hole in the wall and shady it looks, usually the better the pizza.
Yeah.
True.
also true.
It's really interesting. And I also noticed, interestingly enough, like, because we've spent a lot of time, we obviously lived in New York, and now we live in LA, and we've gotten to compare the two. Pizza in New York, by and large, is incredible.
I don't even think I've had a slice of pizza out here.
Well,
in
that's
2
the thing.
years.
Well,
Not slice.
here's the
But
thing.
you can get like
Pizza in New York is awesome. Pizza in LA, not awesome.
Sorry.
Burgers in LA,
Well, yeah.
incredible.
Yeah,
Burgers in New York, like I'm sure there are some good places, but there's like a burger.
there's like a
culture
gourmet
out here.
burger type thing.
That's awesome. Big fan of burgers.
Tis true.
Tis
Tis
we
very
just
true.
started like beef.
We start beef. Yeah.
I got a good question. Most embarrassing moment on a date? I know this one. It wasn't even embarrassing. It was just more annoying. I think I've told you this story before.
I think I know it.
I went out.
Is this the texting one?
No. Oh wow, that's they're not even going
I don't
down.
know. You shouldn't even go down that.
Yeah. No, I went out with this girl. We were in high school, and sometimes kids in high school have braces, right? So, why are you guys laughing? No. So she was like, "I want to get pizza," and in the back of my head, I'm thinking, "Well, you have braces, but all right, whatever."
You can eat pizza.
we'll
She's
go
like,
get
I want to go
pizza.
to Joe's Pizza.
Yeah, she wants to go.
Where's
Yeah,
the cheese?
I will not go to any other place
Solid
but
pizza's the
Joe's
best.
Pizza on West 6th. No, so we go get pizza, and she starts like cutting it up with fork and knife, and so I start cutting up my pizza with a fork and knife because I'm just like I
Trying to
feel
make her
that.
feel
yeah.
better. You're not like.
It was like the most annoying thing ever. Like I was just like, and people were like looking at us because we're both like looking crazy, like cutting up pizza. It was insane.
I think that's another thing about like growing up eating pizza in New York. You learn how to eat pizza. The right
Yeah,
way.
you
fold
fold.
it.
You gotta fold the
You gotta
slice.
fold. You see people eating it all like straight and weird. It's
Nah,
like, what are you doing?
nah.
What are you doing?
Although-
You're embarrassing yourself. Come on.
Yeah.
And
Get it right.
one might argue that it
One
might
can't argue anything.
Well, it
You
might.
can't argue.
Hold up.
One would not be arguing.
No.
One might argue that it's valid to cut up pizza and eat it if it's really, really hot and you're starving and you need to
Well, no, you let the fold open. You
That's
let
what I'm-
all the steam rise,
and
then you fold.
and I would
That's
be the one to
what you-
argue to say no. You let it cool off for a second
Yes.
and then you fold it.
Let me ask you guys this: Do you
Refold.
blot?
Depends.
Yeah,
if
if
it's
it's
really
greasy,
greasy,
yeah, if it's real
you're not in the
greasy,
mood for
do it.
that.
It's okay to
Especially
blot.
if
I
there's
remember there
pepperoni.
was a time where blotting was kind of like people would be like, "Really, dude?" But it's
Yeah,
like
you gotta,
Sometimes pizza's
gotta
greasy.
blot.
it's not worth
Yeah.
it's not worth it.
You're like,
It's not with it.
I just wasted
Pizza,
3
to
paper
me-
towels on this one piece.
To
of
me, pizza is a luxury item, and you need to enjoy that luxury the way you want to enjoy it. If I don't want that grease, I'm gonna take it off.
Yeah.
Like,
You
I
gotta want the
luxury
grease,
slice. If I
Exactly.
want the grease,
A
I'm gonna eat that
luxurious-
grease.
Well, you know,
Luxurious
what
slice,
freaks
yeah.
me out sometimes is that sometimes you get like pepperoni gets super oily and
Oh,
you
yeah.
pick it up and the oil like piles out and like
It
ends
So
burns
up
that just
all
starts
over.
pouring.
Yeah.
That's the one thing when you fold and then it
Chemical
starts
burn.
dripping. All the
Chemical.
That's
grease drip.
incredible. It's true though.
Wait, any more embarrassing story?
I mean,
Really?
I have another one where
I
like,
can't really think of any.
I mean, should I tell my story?
Sure, I mean,
Go
keep
for
talking.
it.
You got the floor.
Hopefully she's watching.
Okay,
Anyway, take
listen,
it away.
babe. I'm sorry. No. So I was on a date, and it was going really, really bad. Like, really bad. And so I go to text my friend who set the date up. It was like, sort of like a blind date situation. I go to text my friend, and his name starts with a J, and her name started with a J.
Your date's name.
Oh,
My
okay.
date's name started with a J.
This is.
And so I like text. I think I'm texting my friend. I'm like, "Yo, this is not going well."
And you
of
texted
course,
her.
I send it. Her phone rings on the table. She grabs it and reads it and looks up at me. She's just like, "What do you mean it's not going well?"
And we're like, it's
and
such
we're
a
at a
joke.
restaurant, and I was just like,
The service.
yeah,
is
exactly.
terrible.
I'm just like, don't you think the service is just like terrible here? I'm
She's
it's-
like, we haven't
wow.
even been seated.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know. She's just been taking so long. Like the waitress just gives me like this bad
Can you
vibe.
imagine if you were like, this girl, I cannot stand this girl.
Yeah, exactly,
You would've been
exactly. I
like- you
was
would have
like,
a faint.
oh
fainted
my
death.
god, I would have nightmare.
Yo, quick shout out to
Anyways.
Sabrina from Miami.
Sabrina from Miami.
I want to give a shout out to Ellie. Thank you for the J Junior, the
Jay's
dog.
talking over you. It's all good.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No, you're good.
I just nailed it. Anyway,
Ellie, thank you for your the J Junior. It was really cool.
that was cool. That is
That's
actually
awesome.
really dope.
The marionette.
Don't want to be this guy,
Yeah,
but
it's pretty
like,
dope.
if 3 more different miniature marionettes pop up of the rest of the 3 of us, I
Would
would
be
not be mad. And I'll tell you who would be even less mad. My parents would love that.
Yeah, actually, mine's at my parents' house now.
You're right. Your parents would love
They would love that.
that.
Hey.
There's no question they would like sit it up at the dinner table.
I wonder.
Yikes.
I wonder if my
That's
parents
creepy.
are watching right now. I wonder if my
Actually,
parents
there's
are
a
watching.
great picture of it too.
I'm gonna give a shout out to my parents in case they're watching.
No, the
Mom
other
and Dad.
one where it's like on the chair.
Hello.
Oh, no,
That's
no,
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
just keep talking amongst yourselves. It's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give out a shout out to my parents.
Do
Hey,
it.
hey, Mr. and
Bill and
Mrs.
Linda.
Schmidt.
Bill and Linda.
I'm
You
sorry.
got
I'm
it.
sorry.
No, you can say Bill and Linda. It's all good. I don't know.
Hey,
who,
Bill and Linda.
I don't know who the hell those people are.
Will and Linda. Is that better?
Will and Linda?
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah, let's just take it there because we're looking at all the questions on Twitter and whatnot. Happy birthday to Kim Kardashian. Why not? It's her
Ooh,
birthday
yeah.
today.
Kim.
And
She's actually very sweet. We met her at the Teen
Choice Awards.
Awards.
Yeah.
She's very, very sweet.
Mhm.
So, Kim,
Backstage.
I'm pretty sure you're not watching.
Mm-hmm.
But if you ever hear about this, happy birthday.
That was awesome. Here we go. I'm gonna do a question or a shout out here. I'm feeling good about. Greetings to y'all from Maracaibo, Venezuela.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
Wow, Mike. It's like he's.
What you know about that? What you know about that?
Or maybe like. Encuentro duro a creer. Yo estuve en tu mente.
Just leave it at that, bro.
Whoa.
Just stop. Just stop. I just can't wait to see the comments that come in on that.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, it's just like.
Dude, your Espanol is so rocking,
Just,
bro.
bro, it's my
Yeah.
life, bro.
Your Espanol is terrific.
Let's see here.
Shout out to Callie. Callie? Is that a person? Callie Hartsu. It's either a person or an entire state. In which case, shout out to Callie.
That's awesome. Is that the same person that did the bad one for me? Probably. Sick.
Let's see what I got.
Hmm.
Say hi to Inga from Toronto. What's up, Inga? And Dana from Michigan. Yeah, let's get some questions.
I got a good question, I think it's a good question from Emma Shorthouse. If you could play any stadium or arena in the world, what one would it be?
Stadium or arena in the world? Dude, MSG.
I was
Well,
just gonna say that.
Well, it's another
Just
New
gonna
York.
say
I mean,
that.
we're New Yorkers, so it's like, yeah, Madison Square Garden.
Mm-hmm.
To play Madison, to me, like two really really big things on my like. Not I don't know, not bucket,
Bucket
list. Not even bucket list.
Life
just
list?
Life list, yeah. Just and career list, career goals. Saturday Night Live, Madison Square Garden. When those two things happen, I would just like be so happy. Honestly.
Yeah,
It-
that's
it'll
what-
really-
that's
Maybe a
another-
giant stadium, even though
Another
it doesn't
level.
exist
Yeah,
anymore.
if there's a stadium, then maybe a giant stadium, Yankee Stadium. And
Now, here's a good question.
Yeah, the Yankees, by the way. Let's go.
Yankees,
Come on,
yeah,
Yanks.
they're
If anybody
they're
can
still
pull it off,
alive. They can do
They
it.
are.
They can make it happen.
This is a good question from MKA Bobo or MK Abobo. What is your favorite Mel Brooks movie?
Oh wow,
Actually,
great question.
we helped him out last week with that question.
Oh, the advice
Okay.
Yeah,
question?
the advice question.
Wow.
Got you. All right. Well,
He's
another
on a
shout.
roll.
Dude, what's your favorite Mel? That's a
They're all amazing, but
Blazing Saddles. Is
I think
pretty
that's
incredible.
mine. That's
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs is
Spaceballs.
incredible.
is
Spaceballs
the
is pretty
best.
fun.
No, but
History of the World Part 2.
That's a great one too.
Incredible.
What else is there?
Also good.
Oh, Young Frankenstein.
Yeah,
Awesome.
That's another good one.
I'm a
Gene
Blazing
Wilder.
Saddles.
Awesome.
Yeah, Gene Wilder's in Blazing
Yeah,
Saddles.
and in Young Frankenstein.
Yeah. Gene Wilder.
He's wild.
Shout out to Alicia from San Francisco.
Ooh.
Mel Brooks.
Shout out and belated happy birthday to Bea from Spain. She turned 18.
Nice.
What's up, girl?
Wait, Nicole Foreman asks, what kind of questions are you looking for exactly? That's a good question.
We're looking for.
Just like anything interesting. What do you guys really want to know about us? That's really the question. What do you want to know about us?
Yeah.
And think to yourself, do I really want to know if Mike likes Oreos or Chips Ahoy, or do you want to know something deeper?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say deeper.
Probably.
I wanna
If
go
I have a
deeper.
chance to ask, like, you know, like one of my favorite bands or something, a question, I'd want to know something like really good,
What would I ask my favorite?
like a
band?
meaning behind a song.
Well,
or
actually,
just
this is a good question from Rachel, which actually I think you had mentioned. What's the hardest part about coming up with new music? The lyrics or the harmony? And
I would.
I'd say
we just referenced that
I
question.
would. Yeah, I would say
the
melody.
lyrics. Well, the melody. She didn't say melody, so that's the thing. It's like
You left out
lyrics
a lot
and
of
melody
music.
kind of come together.
Yeah.
But I'd say lyrics definitely takes time to craft them and sort of like find interesting new ways to say things.
I would actually say the easiest thing is probably the harmony. Because
Yeah.
the harmony kind of defines itself as you start to build out the melody and the chord progression.
Yeah.
So
Definitely.
the harmony kind of
Using mostly thirds and fifths.
thirds and fifths.
Thirds and
I want
fifths,
to
not
also,
fifths.
I want to give an
Can you
early
explain that?
birthday shout out
Okay.
to the legend.
Legend.
Yes.
Another.
Dizzy Gillespie. Is that what you're gonna say?
Not even close.
It's actually his
birthday.
birthday because I saw a rumor on Twitter that. But I think you might.
He passed away. Dude.
Well, no, today's his birthday. I had his
You messed it up.
Yeah.
Why
Twitter.
was-
Here's the thing. Twitter trending